Hello, and welcome to another episode of the PhazeCast. I'm Eric. That's
I'm Joe.
Joe. We're here to talk to you about some stuff today. Namely,
What are we?
I saw
Okay.
a movie. Finally, Joe.
Oh God, please.
Do you know what movie it was?
Was it Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse?
It was a little independent movie called Why Do I Lie? And I saw it in a theater with about 5... No, I'm making that up. I made that up. But it sounds like something I would do, right?
Yes,
it sounds like something I would
does.
do.
Did you see the movie or not?
Yeah, I saw Spider-Man. Yeah, I saw
Okay, fucking.
I saw Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
Woo!
And it was great. It was good. It was
Yeah,
good.
fucking several days, several fucking weeks later.
Yeah, but now we can talk spoilers without worrying anybody, you know?
You mean worrying you? We've never cared about spoilers before.
You gave me the biggest
We
spoiler
never have.
anyway. You
What?
gave me the biggest spoiler. You said that you got empired. That was
it's
the
a
big
cliffhanger.
that was the big thing that it was leading up
Yeah.
to.
Did you feel it coming? Did you feel it?
Well, I knew it was coming, so I was kind of... So this is sort of the thing, right? Is I was kind of analyzing it from that perspective the entire time, because that was the one thing that I knew about it.
That's wild. It's wild to me that that's one of the few things that you remember to like analyze during an event.
No, but yeah, there was a point where it was like, obviously there's too much to wrap up here, and it was a long movie. How long is that movie?
I think it hits the 2 hour mark at some point.
At least.
Doesn't it?
At least.
But it's fucking good.
Yeah,
It's fucking good.
We talked a bit about what you liked about it. Go a little bit more in depth now that you feel you can.
It's the biggest fuck you to people who to some of the shittiest comic fans in the world, and I love that 100%. God, and because that's the whole point of the story, right? That's the whole plot. The whole plot is like, no, Miles, it's a canon event. It needs to happen. You need to lose a captain, and if your captain is your dad, I'm sorry. You can't do anything to stop it. It has to happen because Spider-Man needs to be filled. And I've complained about this to you in the comics recently, actually. That Spider-Man can't be happy. He has to be filled with trauma and sadness, and he can never move on and be happy and just be a good hero. Because in order for Spider-Man to be Spider-Man, he has to just be in pain. Hello, Ben Reilly, played by Andy Samberg.
Was that Andy Samberg?
Yeah, it was.
That's funny. Yeah, that was great.
Mm-hmm. Being Ben Reilly, the angstiest Spider-Man. That's what you need to happen to be Spider-Man. And then he's like, no, fucking, I'm Spider-Man. He should try and do everything he can to save a person. And Miles just proving that he is a Spider-Man by taking on all of the Spider-Men. It was good. It was good. And the cliffhanger, fucking hell, where they set up this fucking movie from the first one. Because if you remember from the first movie, the spider that bit Miles was glitching out when he was falling down and bit him.
So I should have rewatched Into the Spider-Verse before, because we sat down in the theater and I was there with my wife and my son, and I turned to like both of them. I was like, do you guys remember anything that happened in the first one? And they were both like, not really. I was like, me either.
God damn.
So I have to rewatch it. I own it. That's an excellent.
Yeah,
that's one of the greatest animated movies of all time. I didn't notice
This
that about
is
the spider
too.
though.
Yeah, the spider was glitching in that first movie, and I know, like, it showed it. I'm like, oh, that's cool. And then I was like, this glitching is just part of the thing. And then you learn that, you glitch and do that because you're not in that universe. That spider's not from this fucking universe. It blew my goddamn mind.
Yeah, that was cool. And
I'm like, oh.
It was a really clever setup. The whole story. Spot was a great villain. I loved the development of his character.
Getting hit by a bagel.
Yeah, from being just like the fucking worst to like actually being a threat. I thought it was it was a good development.
Spot was a good choice of villain in general, because that's his weird powers are a little frightening. So it was pretty good to see that. I just loved all the different Spider-Men. Gwen's world is so beautiful. That's just art. I just
You
saw art on screen.
Yeah, you had mentioned like the abstract art kind of floating in the background, and there was the scene at the end where she had her moment with her dad again, and I
Oh.
saw the things going on in the background. I was like, "Whoa!"
Yeah.
I liked Renaissance Vulture too. I wish that there had been more of the Renaissance world because that made me laugh. I love that joke. Who is it? Is it Coons, the guy with the balloon dogs? That was my favorite joke of the whole movie when
Oh.
he's like, "You call that art?" And she's like, "Well," because that guy famously gets a lot of shit for his balloon dog, like mass produced art. I was like, "That's a clever fucking layered
Yeah.
joke."
Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of cool bits. Obviously seeing all the fucking cameos when they get to Miguel O'Hara's like Spider-Verse world is there's a lot. There's a lot. And they kind of help by throwing some of them up on the screen. And they just were like, "Oh, these are just all the Spider-Men. Don't worry about it. Just kind of watch." I need that movie to come out so I can pause it.
Yeah, that's true.
I just want to pause it and see, like somebody already showed it. Has been this movie, by the way, on TikTok. People just go to this movie and just film the whole movie, and everyone's watching it on TikTok right now. Like, that's fucking real.
Yeah, they do that.
But someone just someone clipped like a scene of them all grouped together, and someone's like, "Look, there's Goku." I'm like, "What do you mean there's Goku?" And sure as shit enough, it looked like Goku's there, and I'm like, "Fucking Goku's Spider-Man." There's a universe where Goku is Spider-Man. He's there. The Tim Talk showed me.
I don't know, man. I don't know about that one. I think you've been bamboozled.
I mean, I don't know about Bamboo. We'll see. I need the movie to come out.
Bamboozled.
I need the movie to come out.
Me too. Yeah, it's a good one for that.
The only Spider-Man I really wanted to see was the '90s animated cartoon Spider-Man.
He was there.
He wasn't there. He didn't say anything.
Well, no, there was a scene where the animated Spider-Man like swung at him.
That's not the '90s one. That's the fucking old. That one's great.
Yeah.
That one's great too. I'm gonna get you.
I was kind of hoping for. I was kind of hoping for Japanese Spider-Man.
Spider-Man?
Yeah, I didn't see him, but
He'd have to be live action.
Yeah, I know. But that didn't seem to matter because there was like
saw Donald Glover.
Yeah, there was like a lady running a convenience store.
Well,
that's just visited.
Yeah, that's the lady from Venom.
What?
That was the Venom movies. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, that's the lady who owns the convenience store in Venom.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Well, I only saw Venom once, so I don't know.
Yeah, that's fair, but that's the Venom tie-in. We're never gonna get Venom. It's never gonna get Venom. I mean, I saw some Spider-Man with Venom suits, so
I did too. Yeah, I noticed that.
Who knows?
I like the way that they handled Spider-Man 2099. I thought it was so funny that they took a couple shots at how deadly serious he is, because that was like the problem with that comic in the first place, right? Was like,
we're funny. We're supposed to be funny.
Yeah, and it. I think that Spider-Man 2099 is a pretty short comic. Because it didn't last long.
I think it had like a decent run. It doesn't have an incredibly long one, but they've used Spider-Man 2099 in a few other stories.
Yeah.
Very similar to this one. And I assume Miguel will become, wise to his ways in the third movie. But there was a game, I think it was Shattered Dimensions or something beyond time. There's a lot of Spider-Man games.
Shattered Dimensions is the one, yeah.
There's two with Spider-Man 2099 in it. One that has just him and Peter Parker doing stuff in the past and the present together, trying to fix the world. And in that one, this similar storyline happens where Peter Parker finds out Mary Jane dies, and he's like, "No, I have to save it." And Spider-Man's like, "That's not what we're here to do." He's like, "If you don't do everything in your power not to stand by while somebody dies or is hurt, then you don't know the first thing about being Spider-Man."
Yeah.
Is the line he tells him. And that's obviously going to come up here because fucking... Also, I don't know. I know it's Peter B. Parker and he's still learning, but I feel like any one of those Spider-Man should have been the first one to say that and not give up to bullshit. But that is it's better storytelling. We got Spectacular Spider-Man. I was so happy to see him. That was
Spectacular Spider. That is a good point though. But there were some. I mean, Gwen assembled her team at the end.
Yeah. We got Penny back. We're gonna hopefully get some Nicolas Cage in my third movie. This movie lacked some Nicolas Cage.
It did, yeah.
And I can see why Nicolas Cage wouldn't be a part of their bullshit.
Yeah.
He wasn't there at all. He didn't try to chase Miles.
That's the thing is like those are the ones that are in the right, and I'm sure there are many more, but those are the important ones.
Penny turned around, but Penny was there initially too. Oh.
Yeah, but she changed her ways. I missed Spider-Ham too. Remember that?
They just didn't invite him to the party.
Well, I remember that about the first one, that he has his backstory where he's like floating through the air for a pie or whatever. No, it's not the backstory, but that joke about floating through the air when you smell a delicious pie just got me so good. I loved Spider-Ham.
You got a problem with cartoons?
And John Mulaney's voice is perfect for that.
Yes, it is. It is. There's someone like. Here's the thing. When I think about Spider-Ham, I think about that one moment when he was really sad. Because they use that clip, that voice clip in the second movie when, Miles is rushing through the city. And it's just this, what happened to Spider-Ham? Where he's like, Miles, sometimes you just can't save everybody. Like, so sad, like, so lost. I'm like, what the fuck happened to you, Spider-Ham? What the shit? Wait, not in your world. Your world is goofy and fun. You were a spider bitten by a fucking pig, for Christ's sake. What happened?
Maybe he lost someone he loves. You don't know what Spider-Ham's life is.
I don't. And I want to know more. I want also more Nicolas Cage. I just need more Nicolas Cage. I like Spider-Man Noir. I do. I liked his stupid bits during that entire movie.
Oh, speaking of
I also need more
Nicolas
Hobie
Cage.
Brown. No, I want to talk about Hobie Brown.
Oh, yeah, he was great.
Spider-Punk is the best fucking Spider-Man.
The
Holy
art style
shit.
was like a Sex Pistols poster. It was pretty great. He was good.
I don't believe in teams. Aren't you in a band? I don't believe in consistency. He's one of the funniest fucking Spider-Men out there. Like, when he's introduced, you think it's going to be like, man, him and Miles are going to be antagonistic. And no, he's nothing but supportive and cool about it because he's like, nah, Spider-Man institution fucking sucks. You don't want to be a part of that.
Yeah.
And I think the reason why he really liked Miles is because he's like, oh, Miles literally fucked over a canon event. Hell yeah. Fuck the system. Oh, I love it. I love this fucking movie. Go on.
Yeah. Do you want to know something, though? This is going to make you so mad.
Okay.
This is going to make you so mad. Are you ready?
Sure, yeah.
I don't think it earned the cliffhanger.
You don't think it earned the cliffhanger?
I don't think it earned the cliffhanger because here's
the thing. What do you mean? It didn't earn the cliffhanger.
I really enjoyed the movie. Not as much as the first one, though. A lot of people were like, "Oh, this is better." I kind of enjoyed the first one more. See, this is the thing. But so you had said, "Oh, I got empired." I don't think you got empired. I think you got cliff. You got blue balls by the movie. You can get empired. Let me tell you.
Hey guys, real quick before he gets on, he's about to say some stupid shit because he just wants to be different and cool. So I apologize for anybody listening to this point. You can go ahead and skip 10 minutes past this while he tries to defend his point.
We'll talk about the Nintendo Direct too. I want to touch on that. Did you watch it?
Yeah, we can talk about the Nintendo Direct. I'm going to let you go ahead and lie and be wrong about this to just have a hot take. Go ahead.
So the difference is Empire is obviously like the greatest cliffhanger in movies like of all time. But the difference is that in Empire, the story resolves in a way that is satisfying for that movie. You have Luke coming to his conflict with Darth Vader. That happens. And then he has to deal with the aftermath of it. Han is in Carbonite. Leia is with Luke. They don't know what to do. It's in a spot where the story is resolved to a point, and then you also don't see any of the setup for the next one. It ends, and you're literally like, how the fuck are they going to get out of this? With this Spider-Man movie, what happens is the whole movie is building up to something that we're going to see in the next movie. It doesn't build up to something that we see at all in this movie. And then the issue with the cliffhanger too is that when it happens, you see Miles about to use his like overcharge power to get out of that situation, you see Gwen assemble a team. So you know how those things are going to resolve in the next movie. It's less of a cliffhanger and it more feels like they just ran out of time.
No. We don't know. We see him trapped against another Miles G. Morales. We don't see him getting ready to do anything.
And he takes his hand and he goes to charge the rope that he's attached with.
It's rope. That's not going to do anything with electricity. He went to go do a thing, but now it's not doing a thing. It stopped doing it. That's actually not what happened.
Well, but he was going to get out.
He wasn't. He was not going to get out. He's fully trapped. He's fully trapped. No.
I don't know.
No, I do know.
And then you see Gwen assemble her team. And so I think and it's just like what it was in that movie was like a lot of exposition. I mean, it was a long movie. And it was a lot of like setup to a point where it didn't conclude in any satisfying way. The next one's obviously going to have a lot of shit happen in it, and it's going to be awesome. But as far as this being like a midpoint as like a whole movie, it just felt a little incomplete and like a lot of exposition. It was weird too that like there was so much stuff about like his family and his responsibility when that was like already in the first movie. It didn't feel like it needed such an in-depth like hour-long run of like rehashing all this stuff with his family before they got into the stuff. I knew it was going to make you mad.
It's just such a not real take, though. I feel like you went to find it.
Well, so try instead understanding this as an opinion that someone else has.
Yeah, based on an idiotic viewpoint.
It's not an affront to your opinion.
I'm not saying. Here's the thing. I'm not taking it as an affront. It doesn't invalidate yours. I'm not saying it does. I'm not saying that. I don't understand where you think a kid who is going to be how to have all of his family issues solved while he's 16.
No, that's not what I mean. I just think that a lot of the family stuff came up in the first one, and the time that was spent on that in this one could have been a little better distributed to other things that were happening in the movie, because we already knew that about his relationship with his family. It didn't need like a whole hour before the things got going. But aside from that, I feel like the major thing was just that I think in order to do a cliffhanger, you need to resolve something. So like for example, in Empire, it's not about like that would be like if Empire ended when like Luke gets to Darth Vader. You know what I mean?
No,
Empire
because I think you feel that Spot is the Darth Vader here when he's not. Miguel O'Hara was the Darth Vader.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, I understand what you're saying, but neither of those points were really resolved.
Miles beat him and then escaped.
Yeah, I guess he did. He didn't really beat him.
Yeah, he did. He tricked him and all the other Spider-Men into following him out there, and then he got out and was able to, what he thought was go to his home dimension to go save his dad.
That was pretty good. That was good. I liked the subtle way that they did that too, where she's like, "What'd you do with your hair?" And then it didn't click in my brain when it was happening, and then you saw the other Miles, and I was like, "Oh shit!"
When she was like, "Who's Spider-Man?" I'm like, it was like Comic-Con. I'm like, "What's happening?" I don't. And then they kept on doing the scene where everyone else is outside, like the window. That was good. That was really good. It's not the same window.
That dimension is so shitty that they don't have Comic-Cons.
Oh wait, the original one.
Like she didn't know what any of that stuff was, right? So
no, you dumb idiot. No, so that they have cons in that one. Spider-Man isn't real in that one.
Oh,
so she just thought he was dressing up as a comic book character. It's like, oh, like for Comic-Con or something.
Oh,
like
I see. No, I misunderstood what you said. I can't remember the shit that I just saw. Come on.
Which is why I can't be okay with your opinion. Your opinion means nothing because you don't remember anything. It's like a constant reminder of like, Eric, that's not what happened. Here's what happened.
I just feel like what it felt like to me was rather than it being like, we're going to end this on a cliffhanger and here's how they do it, they just ran out of time. They were like, oh shit, it's been like 2.5 hours and we need to move on to the next thing.
I am very sure that the story that they needed to tell was Miles being his own Spider-Man and going up against all of the comic book nerds saying, no, Miles, you're not a real Spider-Man.
Which is
was
great...
the story.
No,
and that is something that they told and then concluded.
It was effective too, because that's such a silly, when Miles Morales first came out, there was like a whole thing where people were like, that's not really Spider-Man, and then you get the reference, right, of like, look at all of these Spider-Mans. What are you talking about?
Especially when as Gwen's walking, it's like it's 20 of them going, hi Gwen, and she's like, hi Peter. Because they're all Peter. They're all some form of Peter for the most part. Except for Peter parked car. He was just a parked car.
That was I want to see more of Peter parked car.
You want to see more of Peter
I like that
car?
guy.
Yeah.
I like that they had the PS4 Spider-Man. Did you notice that his friend in the dorm was playing the PS4 Spider-Man game?
He was actually, I believe, playing the newer one. I think it was a little tease for the new game. Yeah. Little bastard got it early. That universe has it already.
That's gonna be my 13th reason. No, wait, no, not my 13th. That's gonna be my
13th reason. You gotta be careful how you say that.
That's gonna be my one reason to get a PS5. The straw that broke my budget.
There's 3 Spider-Man games you can play on there soon.
I've got the first 2.
I haven't played Miles yet. I need to play Miles.
Good. I mean,
but here's
same
the thing.
engine and stuff. It's great.
I need to finish Breath of the Wild, and then I'll move on to that, and I'll play Tears of the Kingdom eventually.
Is that a Nintendo console you got there, Joe?
Well, no. This is my
isn't that
connected
isn't
thing
that
for
funny?
the Switch.
Isn't that funny? You know what else happened with the Switch? A Nintendo Direct.
Oh,
big one.
Can we talk about Nintendo didn't miss today? Nintendo didn't miss.
Okay, can we
in the heat of battle they don't miss. It's fucking stupid. Go for it. I'm gonna let you lead the Direct. You go.
There were many rumors that Nintendo was winding down the Switch, that they were going to announce a new console, even possibly, and that Breath of the Wild was it. They were going to phase out with Pikmin 4. That was like the last big title. Not the case, apparently.
Nah.
We got Peach Game. We got a new WarioWare. We got a new 2D Mario that looks trippy as fuck.
Mario Bros. Wonder.
Everybody is talking about the Elephant Joe, but what about Long Toad? What about Long Toad? Did you see Long Toad at the end there?
Why you gotta focus on Long Toad?
Go find Long Toad.
I don't want to.
Take a little peek at Long Toad. And the elephant power-up, I mean, what is he going to do? Is he going to only crash through things? Does he get some sort of water trunk power?
I don't know.
They made all of their eyes, they all look like they're tripping balls.
Yes.
They all look like
they did.
They're
full of wonder.
They look high as fuck. And it's awesome.
But you know what? Here's the thing. I'm obviously excited about a new Mario Brothers game, but I'm more excited about Super Mario RPG.
Well, and I didn't even touch the remakes. Yeah.
RPG.
Did you play the original at all?
No, Eric, I didn't, which is why I'm not excited for the new. Of course I played the original.
It's so good.
It's so good. I'm very excited for that. I know we're getting Area Zero in the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet games.
Yeah. Getting a remake of Dark Moon.
Sure.
Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon.
I know some people are going to be really excited about that. Metal Gear Solid Master Collection. That seems
big collection.
That's a big collection. We have a new Persona 5 Tactics game, which I'm down for. I do like Persona 5 and seeing more of that world. All Pikmin but 3. We get Pikmin 1, 2, and 4. That seems weird.
Yeah, it did seem weird, especially considering their habit of remaking Wii U games because nobody bought the Wii U.
That's true.
Do that, but whatever.
Mario Kart's not dead still. They're just adding more courses, I think, right?
Mario Kart will never die. As long as my family comes into town.
Well, I meant 8. I meant Mario Kart 8
I
specifically.
know. That's what I'm saying. 8 specifically.
Okay.
As long as family keeps coming into town and we all are sitting around with nothing to do, Mario Kart 8 will be relevant.
It's going to be weird that the Arkham trilogy is on for the Switch.
What's that about?
We get Batman now. We can run Batman, okay? But I can't see that. Please stop it.
Long
Please go
Toad.
away.
You see him?
Eric, I'll let you know right now that the quality for them is good. The quality for me is not. That's a blur with a ring light.
You gotta look at Long Toad. He's the best.
You need to chill.
Long Toad is my hero. I fucked up my camera.
Toad is your hero? Okay. We get another Mario Rabbids game. Should I play that series? Why are they making so much of them?
I don't know. I've never played them.
Seeing Gloomhaven on the Switch is a very adult move for that game. I like that.
I played Gloomhaven once with friends. Friend of the show, Kevin, obviously.
Friend of the channel, Kevin. Mm-hmm.
And the whole
time... It was probably his Gloomhaven.
It was his Gloomhaven.
Yeah.
But the whole time, I can't... Listen, here's the thing. I'm not a board game guy. I'm going to just say it.
That's fine.
I'm going to just say it. I'm not a board game guy. So the whole time it took forever to set up, and then we were playing it. And I was like, if only there were a way to, like, take all of this information and, like, digitize it into, like, a game on some sort of video device, like a video game. And they did it because it makes sense. There's no reason for a board game to be that complicated. A board game should be like Sorry, where you go around a little board and you knock people off, and it takes 2 minutes to explain it to a 5-year-old. That's what a board game should be.
Well, I disagree. I like complicated board games, actually.
No,
I
honestly,
find them very
too.
fun. But
like
Gloomhaven is a lot, and I know how Kevin is because he doesn't explain it well.
No. It was thorough. So there's no explaining that you can do to me. Like,
exactly.
You can't explain it to me.
Exactly.
I'm not going to learn it. I have to learn through doing, which is then difficult with a game like that because I can't do it until I learn it.
Yeah. I will say the video game version of Gloomhaven, I have it on my PC. It's very fun. It makes it a lot easier to understand and do. I enjoy it very much. But I can definitely see where just doing the board game and the setup is quite a lot. It's quite a lot.
Honestly, it was pretty fun. I would do it again.
No, it's definitely fun. But like my issue with that is trying to keep track of the character with how especially with the progression on like the cardboard tabs and stuff when you could just this does all of it. This takes all of it. And does
That's what I was saying.
So
that's
it's pretty good. It's pretty nice.
So like, what if there was a way to like record that and put it into a thing? Rabbids, I wanted to mention. I should play that because I bought the second Mario plus Rabbids game on Black Friday for I think $15 because I couldn't not buy that for $15. But it's still in the plastic on my shelf because when do I have time to do that? But I will play it sometime. I hear they're great.
Mm-hmm. What was this about Sonic Superstars? What was that about?
I was actually going to wear this hat today.
Uh-oh.
When we started because it is Sonic's anniversary.
Oh, congratulations to the fastest iteration of Wind Around Sonic.
But then I remembered the last time that we wore hats on this show and how the entire internet just obliterated us.
Fuck the internet, I don't care.
They were like, how dare an adult wear a hat? A funny hat? Which I feel is pretty limiting. Here's
the thing, right? Here's the thing. I don't give a fuck about that. And that's all I gotta say about it. The trailer looks good for the new Sonic game. First off, you give me a 3D, 2D game? That's all I wanted. That's all we've wanted for Sonic Forever. That's all you had to do. Right? Apparently, you can switch between, Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, and Amy. And they all have unique abilities, which is fucking cool. I like that. That's good. And I think there's also a campaign for 4-player local co-op.
Yes.
That's what's wild.
Yes.
That's wild to me.
Did you see the video footage that they showed briefly? I mean, here's the thing, right? Is that Mario 4-player co-op is also chaotic and looks terrible when you like view it. So maybe it's good, but it looked like a fucking mess. It looked like
but
a
that's
mess.
part of the fun, I feel.
Right. That's what I mean.
When
that's
it's like that.
Yeah, that's the fun of like 4-player Mario too. So it's probably going to be okay.
It's how you make your play with your parents still. You just eventually they bubble up and you have to choose if you're going to free them or not. But like it's fine.
Half of my friends too, all fucking bubble up.
It's funny. Also, it just looks good. I like how we've clearly separated like Sonic Classic and new Sonic, like from art design and also world somehow. I'm not gonna say all the Sonic games are good because that's a fucking lie. That's an absolute horrendous lie. But they're getting better. they're getting better, and I think they just need to listen to the people and not just make some weird shit. They need to make Sonic 3D running just better. It's not hard. It's not hard to make a good super speed running game. Saints Row did it somehow. So I don't know how we can't do it with Sonic, but either way, the 2D shit's always good. Sonic Generations was fun because you got to switch between the 2D and the 3D. I did not play the newest Sonic game because it looked just, I'm running a track that's not that. Making Sonic 2D stuff into 3D shit is bad. Find something else to make it better. Find something else.
I didn't play that one either because there was a lot of hype around that initially, and then it did nothing.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I think it's because the runtime of it's so short. It's I think it's like 9 hours of actual gameplay. If you're collecting everything too. Yeah, people just fucking speed through it because you're supposed to, but we'll see. Speed
through a Sonic game. I think I think the best 3D Sonic game is Sonic Adventure 2, and even that has things where you hit
Chow
Garden, and obviously it's not the Chow Garden. The Chow Garden I spent most of my childhood in. I fucking loved the Chow Garden. I had little devil chows, little angel chows. They had halos. They could fucking run triathlons like nobody's business. I fucking love the chows. They need to bring that shit back.
I really enjoyed Sonic Heroes, and I would like another Sonic Heroes-esque game.
Sonic Heroes was fun.
Yeah, you get to switch between the guys, and it was just different. It was neat, and it was different. That was cool. Except playing as team, Rap, the crocodile, the chameleon,
I was gonna say it's the crocodile, isn't it?
I don't need that team.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah, who were those
Team
guys?
Sonic, Team Shadow, Team Big Cat was also... Don't let me play as Big the Cat. That's not a good game. I don't want to be big. I don't want to fish for Froggy. I'm done.
I've told you about the fish for Froggy.
No. What?
Was it it's the frog that you have to catch, right? In the first
Sonic
Adventure?
That's how you progress as Big the Cat's story. That's his whole fucking game.
Yeah, he had to fish for the frog. Uh-huh. So we were kids, and friend of the show, Kevin, was sleeping over at my house, and we were like, we're going to stay up all night playing Sonic Adventure. It's going to be great. And we got to that thing with Big the Cat where you have to fish certain things out. And I think that in addition to the frog, you had to get the biggest fish or something. Anyway, Kevin got fixated like no other on
Sounds good. Sounds
every possible fish out of this fucking pond. And at some point, I was just like, I gotta go to sleep. I can't watch you fish anymore.
Yeah, it's boring.
I'm fucking exhausted.
It's boring as fuck.
And then I went to sleep, and he woke me up at 4 a.m, and he was like, you gotta get up. You gotta see this. You gotta see it. And I was like, what the fuck? What is it? And he brought me over to the TV. He's like, look, I caught the thing. And I was pissed, man. I was fucking pissed off. I was like, you woke me up. I knew you were going to do it. You didn't have to tell me. Hours he spent. Hours he spent at that little pond. Jesus, Kevin. Where's my camera? There it is. I guess you were talking about that farming game. I guess I understand a bit more what you're talking about.
Yeah, because it's still happening.
I love you, Kevin. Sorry to put you on blast. I haven't included him in a video in a while now. I feel bad.
We did it last time.
What we're running
look
very
at me.
long.
We are.
What score would you give Spider-Man: The Spider-Verse Crosses You?
I think it's one of my favorite. First off, I think that whole story is probably one of my favorite Spider-Man stories in a long time. It's up there with the symbiote first showing up for me.
Dude, yes. Okay, so that's what I was going to say exactly.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny. Best thing to happen to Spider-Man since the symbiote.
Yeah.
100%.
And I would give it... let's see here. I guess I would give it the power of the sun in the palm of your hand out of one palm.
I'm gonna give it 4 past due rents out of 5 Mr.
You'll
Dick
get
images.
your rent when you fix this damn door.
4 past due rents out of 5 Mr. Dick
I fail to
images.
see how this is my problem.
That's it for our PhazeCast, everybody. Join us next week.
Ooh, can I say
for another
okay,
one?
I've got one last factoid. At the end, when Gwen is gathering the team, right, and the music in the background is playing, Gwen's music is obviously the drums, right? Because she fucking plays the drums. She has so like her drums start playing, and whenever we see Miles and Miles G. Morales, the Prowler music plays a little bit. When it starts going back to Penny, to Gwen, and the other Spider-Man showing up, all the other Spider-Man themes start playing.
Oh, I didn't even notice
She's
that.
getting her band together, Eric. It's fucking rad. That movie's great. It's a piece of art. It's fucking just wonderful. They literally made technology just so they could do this shit. I love it. I love it.
That's my favorite, when an animated movie has to make Mulan with the Huns, the crowd of Huns, or Moana with the water.
Moana with the
Anyway,
water. Yeah.
we're getting out of here. It's too long.
We'll
talk about
animation
next week. Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.
We'll see you next week.